you read the transcript, you will see that we're talking again about Hillary Clinton's emails, for heaven's sake, so I'm not sure we need to do this at all.
Well, for heaven's sake, Jim, of course we were. Recent documents uncovered after Comey's last testimony on the matter revealed that Hillary's emails may have been the catalyst for spies being murdered in China. Not to mention newly revealed FBI emails detailing knowledge that the Steele dossier was unverified before and after obtaining the Carter Page FISA warrant. Yeah, for heaven's sake, Jim, we the American people you claim to respect need answers. Reading the 235 pages of the transcript from Comey's interview with the Committee on the Judiciary and the Committee on Government Reform and Oversight, it becomes blatantly obvious that the former FBI director is playing dumb when the questioning opens up surrounding Comey's knowledge of the Steele dossier. From the transcript, Trey Gowdy asks, "Do you know whether Chris Steele relied on sources and subsources to compile the information that ultimately made it to the FBI?" Mr. Comey responds, "My recollection is he did have a source network of sources and subsources, and that this collection of reports reflected reporting by that source network." Mr. Gowdy then asked, "Did the FBI make any effort to identify those sources and subsources that Steele would have relied upon?" Mr. Comey responds, "Yes." Mr. Gowdy then says, "With success?" Then the former director of the FBI says, "I don't remember, and I think I don't remember because the work was not finished before I left." Mr. Gowdy then says, "I'm not asking you for names, but I'm asking you for a sense of scope. How many sources and sub-sources did Steele rely upon?" Whereas Ms. Bessie interrupts Gowdy, claiming such information could harm the Mueller investigation.
Republicans came out and said that a government lawyer sort of ran interference and shut down specific lines of questioning. Did that happen? And if so, what topics were not discussed?
When you read the transcript, and I think you will not see that happening.
Gowdy then doubles down on Comey, asking, "Do you have a sense that the Bureau was able to identify every source and subsource Steele relied upon?" Mr. Comey says, "I don't know one way or another." So let's get this straight. The Federal Bureau of Investigation was directed by a man who had no clue as to every source and subsource the Steele dossier relied upon in order to open up a larger investigation of the President of the United States. With that admission, shouldn't the American people lose all confidence in the top brass, in the so-called Federal Bureau of Investigation?
Are you getting the impression that the truly powerful really don't face legal consequences? It's always the little guy. It's always Jerome Corsi, some 72-year-old writer for Newsmax, who gets threatened with prison. But Jim Comey, the FBI director, gets to do whatever he wants. That kind of seems like the lesson.
Well, it's not necessarily powerful, but it's a partisan process, because President Trump's powerful, but he's being attacked and abused.
Good point.
But if you're connected to the Democratic establishment, if there's a partisan nature here, which is to get Trump, you're protected. And Mr. Comey is Mueller's witness. He appointed Mueller. He's friends with Mueller. He worked with Mueller. He's friends with Mueller. If you're not a friend of Mueller, you'll be used and abused in the case of Cohen, who was used to go after Trump in dishonest ways, in my view, by this special counsel. And he's being abused and being thrown under the bus. Oh, yeah, we used his testimony. We were able to insert the word Russia 50 million times as a result of these plea deals that really didn't have anything to do with Russia collusion.
I'm not sure we need to do this at all, but I'm trying to respect the institution and to answer questions in a respectful way. You'll see I did that in the transcript.
John Bowne reporting.